What's up, Internet? Cory Zamier here, collecting with Cory. We're back with another episode of Thrifting in Connecticut, and if you've noticed, on every Saturday, I've been rocking the KO Prize Fighter shirt because I've recorded this all in one day. So, let's get to the thrift stores. Really the best prices at a Savers. On some things. And you got random $3, $4. How did this get to a platinum hit? That many people bought this shit? Hopefully that's complete. I've had so many close calls with Twisted Metal 2 lately. Have it in the greatest hits. Don't want that. I want Black Label. And I fucking keep like seeing it places, but it's either missing the manual. That one had Twisted Metal 1 in it and was scratched up, and the manual was all waterlogged. If I find it at a retro gaming store, I'm just picking it up, I think. Like an $8 game, $5. I guess. Nice shape. Beggars can't be choosers. Grand Prix Brick. Last one sold for like $22. It's weird. Tetris looking space flying game. I don't know. Looks interesting. Only $3 for some other garbage. Alright guys, so at our first thrift store, we made some mistakes. Mistakes were definitely made. And, you know, at the beginning of your day, when you don't know you're actually going to have a decent day, you tend to just pick up some stuff. You know, just to, you know, rip the Band-Aid off, get some under the belt, maybe it gets better, who knows. But, as we saw with these mediocre, albeit cheap, titles, now, we literally got, for $2, Project Gotham Racing 3 for the Xbox 360. And on Game Value Now, when I looked it up, it's worth like 37 cents more than I paid. 37 cents more than I paid at $2. So we started off with a real winner there. Next up, we have Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I don't know anything about Wallace and Gromit. I've never watched the cartoon. Don't know if the games are any good. It is luckily in there. It is complete. The rest of this looks like it's never been touched. There's a few scratches, but should be fine. Like I said, getting the old Band-Aid off. Next up, because it was $1, SpongeBob Super Sponge. It's one time, could I like open one of these and get Klonoa or something? You know, like someone put the wrong game in there. But no, it's the right disc, and it's like in mint condition. But it's worth probably $4. And I have no interest in it. But, like I said, getting the Band-Aid off, it's what you gotta do sometimes. I don't know if the rest of my day would have felt any different if I didn't find anything here. Only find that was worth anything here. Midway Arcade Treasures 2 for the Xbox, 99 cents. Watch, this one won't be in here. Oh, it's in there. Life doesn't suck. A little bit scratchy, but should be fine. About $10. About. And the last game, I don't even know why I picked this up for $2. Why would I pick up the worst Sonic game in existence? Sonic 06. And this isn't even like the regular version. This is the Platinum Hits. How the fuck did the worst Sonic the Hedgehog game get a Platinum Hits? Did reviews not exist back then? Like, no one was telling everybody how trash this is? I was really hoping it wasn't even going to be in there, to be honest. It's in mint condition, because they probably played it once and then threw it in here and then donated it immediately. Well, actually, it would have had to have existed in someone's possession for a while. Because if this came out in 06 and this is 2018, 12 years in the wild until it made it into my hands. Please let me get rid of it somehow. As I was checking out, I looked, and in the case, I already opened these, so it had 2 baggies of Ninja Turtle action figures from mostly the most recent series for $4.99, and honestly, with the sheer volume of figures, you would think it would be worth it. But these are all kind of trashy. The best figures in here, I'm not going to end up showing you all of them. I might do a quick pan over. Just because a lot of them are really janky. There's like the same shitty Donatello figure 3 times. With like the weird robotic, like, no bending in the knee legs. I don't know. The ugliest face with the gap. Some of them make sounds, some of them don't. I don't know. But the best figures they had in here were, oddly enough, the ones from the movies. The latest movies. Where they changed their designs up a little bit. But at least these function as action figures. The other ones in here are absolutely trash. Like, you can't... Well, this one's not bad. This is one of the ones that, like, transforms into the other, like, little turtle. Like, you know... So you can, like, pretend like, oh, he mutated and he grew up, but, nah. Oh, here's one of them. Like, look at this. Look how his legs are. Like, he looks like he got into a fucking car accident right there. Like, shit, his leg is backwards. His leg is motherfucking backwards. Yeah, basic garbage. Like, this is the worst Donatello action figure ever. So first off, why you gotta hold your staff up like that? Why? Why do your knees not bend? I don't understand why they make action figures like this. And then you bring the staff down.
Does it get any better than this?
I think that speaks for itself. Then you got the ugliest Sheamus action figure from WWE, aka Rocksteady. And then a whole bunch of other ones. Maybe I'll do a quick pan in here. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's show inside the bag real quick. So I can get you in there. Like, nothing impressive. And this is like the stupidest thing. What was this? How did they give this out? This thing, its back opens to reveal nothing. To reveal nothing. And it doesn't do anything. Like, what is this for? What is this for? What the fuck is that for? Alright. Enough of these mediocre turtle action figures. I'm gonna basically just list them up as a lot on eBay. Put them up for an auction and hopefully get my money back, because when the only good action figures in the lot are the ones from the shitty, movie that just came out a year or two ago, you're not doing too good. Alright. Next up, at the other thrift store we went to on Wednesday, found a bunch of controllers. 1, 2, 3 PlayStation Move remotes. These were sold as is, $2 each, and you would have heard me mention it on a previous episode, probably a Saturday ago, maybe 2 Saturdays ago, that these have value because of PlayStation VR. You can sell these for probably about $25-$30 on eBay, or trade them into GameStop in pretty much whatever condition. Probably take the sold as is sticker off of it, is what I'm planning on doing, and getting $16 each for these. This is really good recouper. Really good recouper, because a lot of people that have them that don't know about PlayStation VR are just looking to get rid of them because they think they're fucking useless. And the people that need them probably don't want to spend $100 for a set at Walmart, because I'm pretty sure that's what I saw them going for at Walmart, brand new. And that's kind of bullshit. That's really kind of bullshit. If you can't get, let me tell you this, if you can't get Joy-Cons, which are actually fucking useful and cool, for $100, why is Sony thinking they can get $100 for the very, like, corner market of their PlayStation VR market, you know? Maybe because the people that bought PlayStation VR already have a ton of money, probably, since they did get that kind of luxury device. And they're just like, oh, another $100, get the controllers for it. But as far as I know, I don't even think you need the controllers, the Move controllers, for, like, everything in VR. Like, everything has a different control scheme. So there's some games out there that you don't even need it for. $100 brand new at Walmart? That's crazy. Anyways, off of that tangent, I don't know where that came from. Another thing they had, $4.99. I actually picked this up because I thought it said $1.99. Their 4 looked a lot different on this one than any other one they had. Original PlayStation controller. Really cool to see. Don't really see these very often. I feel like they replaced them with the DualShocks pretty quick. And you can definitely tell that because there was a whole bunch of PS1 DualShocks. We got 2 of the gray ones. Official Sony branded. Very nice condition. And for $5 each. These go for about $12 on eBay. So they're decent recoupers. Not, breaking the bank as far as value. But not something I would leave behind. And we got the clear blue one, which is pretty cool. I also picked up a Wii sensor bar for 99 cents because it was cheap, it was there. I felt dumb leaving it behind. And the last thing out of that, and this was the last thing I actually put in my basket, Super Pad 64 Plus. The weird, if you thought an N64 controller was weird, look at how they tried to correct it. I don't know if this is better. Like, it feels like it could be in some cases, but in other cases it's like my instincts would be to have my hand on it like this because I see two triggers and I want to have them accessible. But if you think about it, for like the original N64 controller, you can't get that left trigger up there if you're holding the controller right. So it's more like you would hold it like this with your finger on the Z trigger down here. So it's just a really weird setup for this controller. Like, it doesn't feel right holding it the way that I think they intended me to hold it. Like, I want to hold it like this. I don't know. That's a weird thing to think about. I don't play N64 games. The stick on this is really nice. This goes for about $20, which is not a bad recouper, especially for a third-party controller. Very nice stick, like I said. Other than that, condition is pretty nice. Had to pick it up. And that is it for the Wednesday pickups. My phone is trying to run out of power on me. I do have a few more thrift store finds to show you. We have just another PSP game. I've been picking up a lot of PSP games lately. Metal Gear Acid. This one goes for about $8. I paid $5 and whatever the tax was on it. It's complete. The thrift store I got this at, the Goodwill, rarely has any games that are worth getting, and this is one of those ones where sometimes I find, aside from picking something up just to get the band-aid off, sometimes I pick something up just so the other hunters don't get to it. Like, just because I don't want them, like, seeing this and being like, oh, there is something. Like, I want them to think that my thrift stores have nothing. That's my goal. I want them to think that my thrift stores have nothing, because honestly, I feel like people have been doing the same thing to me for like the last few years, where I like lose complete faith in my thrift stores, and I'm kind of getting it back lately. This one's a weird pickup. Came in a bag, the back of the Savers, with some other garbage that I don't really care to show you. But let me know if you've heard of this. Grand Prix Brick. It's like a little electronic handheld game. Powers on, has sound, looks kind of like Tetris off the jump, but let's see if I can get it to start. It plays kind of like a on-rails space flight thing. Oh, I can't dodge. I'm trying to play this in reverse. This is weird. So you can like dodge back and forth, and you're trying to not run into whatever's falling. I don't know if you can shoot anything. I don't know much about it. Like I said, I just picked it up because it was cool. I did see that one of these went for about $22, and there was only one sold listing, so I don't know if that's actually accurate. But let me know if you know anything about this. Oh, I crashed. But that is going to do it for this episode of Thrifting in Connecticut. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Go check me out on Patreon. I'd really appreciate the support. Big shout out to Todderbert and Dr. Doge Productions for your continued support. And as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.